What's up, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening, Jimmy here. Today, I want to do just another session with you guys. Let's talk about trading psychology. Let's talk about the market, about your plan, lessons learned, and how you're going to conquer, how you're going to be the winner of 2024. The month is almost done. We still have a few days left, less than a week. So ask yourself, what's your biggest achievement of this month? Think about it, and I will come back to you in less than a minute.
Join us as we disrupt the global real estate industry, revolutionizing the future of property investment and ownership.
The world has changed. Future without boundaries is just around the corner. The way we live today can become obsolete tomorrow. A whole new dimension driven by the evolution of AI and virtual reality. Are you ready for the inevitable?
From meme to utility, Floki has it all. NFT metaverse game called Valhalla. Floki University, DeFi, charity, and shopping. Floki is governed by the people, for the people. Floki, together there is no stopping us.
There's really nobody stopping us. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do we do today? Let me know in the comments. How do we feel today about the markets? How do you feel about your portfolio? How do you feel about your mental game? I know there's a few seconds of lag. I'm going to pause a little bit. By the way, those who don't have a lot of time, good news for you. I don't have a lot of time myself. So I'm going to keep this video very short, concise, and to the point. Quickly, I want to share with you my thoughts on Ethereum. A lot of people are really mocking on Ethereum. And honestly, I don't think this looks really that bad. Hey, we have someone who's really bearish. And it doesn't matter. You have all the right of the world to be bearish or bullish. I'm happy to explain my thesis in a few seconds here. This is the Ethereum chart, and we're seeing this major, significant ascending triangle, and it took us 500, almost 560 days to for the market to print this ascending triangle. Eventually, we got like a really nice breakout. Now this is, ladies and gentlemen, what is this actually? This great thing. This is just another consolidation. We haven't even tapped into the range high here of this SNR level of this ascending triangle. Honestly, I don't think this looks that bad. I know there's a lot of selling pressure from GBTC clients. Once that is totally absorbed, I know they have a lot of Bitcoins to sell, GBTC, Grayscale. But nonetheless, from a TA perspective, I don't think this looks really bad, to be honest. If you think a little bit different, let me know in the comments. And happy to know how you think about this. I would be a little bit more worried if we gonna see a nasty bearish retest here, and then it enters again back this ascending triangle. That would be nasty, and that's ideally not the situation I want to see within the coming 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So as for Bitcoin, let me go quickly to the weekly chart here. Okay, there's a lot of crap on my chart, but yeah, let's talk quickly about the dips. People, they're really allergic when it comes to dips. They don't like dips. They don't like strong corrections. Most people, they like up only and only up. If this is your mindset or if this is your hope, then you have actually a big problem. We have seen from a lot of different charts that a dip of 20%, 30%, even 50% is pretty common. Let me use, this one, probably the best chart to use. I have here highlighted a lot of dips. And people didn't really respect the dips. And that's actually a problem. The moment you don't respect the dips, not only aiming for ups, 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 that's actually the moment you're creating your own graveyard. Or creating your own grave, I should say. This, let me check if the settings are all right. Not sure if you guys have witnessed 2016, 2017, but on the way up, we've often witnessed a dip of 38%. And it took us a few weeks often to fully recover from that retracement. Here we had like a pretty significant retracement. Let me do it this way. Here, the same. It took us 27 days to fully recover from this. Here, another one. Here, another one. And this, of course, this whole thing here, that was the real bear market. The real end of the cycle basically ended here when we have seen this strong retracement. This was really a very nasty bottom. I can still remember everyone was really bullish because Bitcoin, well, the narrative at that time here, back in 2018, was Bitcoin has set the floor. 6K is a solid support level. But then we all know what happened. A lot of people capitulated here, to be honest. And I truly believe this bull market, in this bull cycle, in this bull market, a lot of people are going to witness multiple bear markets, really multiple bear markets. I think most people don't really respect the dips. Let's talk about these dips. This was a really crazy dip here, as you can remember. 60%, this was basically the COVID crash. Nobody wanted to buy, nobody. Well, I had some friends who bought some Bitcoin, but quickly sold around 10K or even 20K, and then they regret. And again, trading is actually a game where we all regret. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you like a story with a moral behind it. There was a tribe walking in the desert, a big tribe, man, woman, or elder people, young people. And suddenly they heard a voice from a far distance. And this voice was saying, whoever is going to pick up these pebbles, people were walking on the pebbles in the desert. Whoever is going to pick up these pebbles or these stones, not sure how to pronounce them, they're going to regret. And whoever is not going to pick any of these stones, they will regret. So it doesn't matter. You pick one of them, you collect them, you regret. You don't collect them, you will regret as well. And the next day, people were really confused. So some of them, they collected a lot of these stones. Some of them, they did not collect any of these stones because they knew it doesn't matter. I'm going to regret anyways. So the next day, what happened is all these pebbles, all these little stones turned into diamond. So people who collected these pebbles, these stones, they are happy, but still there's some regret because they had to wish I collected more. And those who haven't collected any of these stones, they are also regretting because they wish if I only collected one. And this is the same with trading. There's no perfection. The one who is aiming for perfection in trading basically opens the door to real destruction. When it comes to TPs or with trying to benefit as much as possible from the trend, there is no real benefit. What you want to do is to catch the juicy meat in between and be happy with the end result and not comparing yourself with others. What people often do, and we call this the comparison trap or the comparison trap bias, we love to compare ourselves with others, especially with those who are doing it significantly better than us. They often say the grass is greener somewhere else. I'm not sure if this is also like an idiom or a phrase in your own language, but there's really some truth behind. We like to compare, and you should not compare yourself with others. Honestly, sometimes I also compare myself with others subconsciously, and then suddenly something is alerting me and telling me, hey, actually you shouldn't actually compare yourself with him. For example, there was a guy showing his P&L. I know he's a good trader. He's not a larper. He had like I don't know what it was, 3, 4, 500K P&L in one trade, and I thought, wow, that's why it kind of inspired me. But then it also opened the door for comparison. And ideally, I don't want to compare myself with others. I want to compare myself with myself, and especially with my own trading plan. And each and single one of you should have your own trading plan. If you don't have a plan, really, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a plan, there's not so much hope for you, because your plan should also incorporate the potential dips that you could expect during a bull market. Again, let's check how many crazy dips we got in 2020, 2021. Here, this is not a 20% dip. At that time, you did not know what would happen then, right? Here, another one, a pretty severe dip here. Maybe you would say, "No, well, that if that would happen, I would just hodl." I mean, at that time, you just did not know what would happen. A lot of people, they would say, "Well, Bitcoin is now, it touched 40K, it's retracing. This is probably the blow off top," and people sold. And then what happened? Bitcoin took off. So again, there are a lot of retracements, and well, I wouldn't say like mind retracement, but it's a pretty significant one. This is compared with all these other corrections, a pretty normal correction. Really nothing to really worry about, unless you have a time horizon of weeks and months. What is this? 20%, almost 21%. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we saw the same thing here. These were all 20, 22% dips. And now we've seen another one. Also, from a logical perspective, Bitcoin during this Ethereum, the ETF euphoria, we touched actually here into this weekly level and we got rejected. Honestly, this is actually a really logical level to get rejected. I truly believe that this is going to be like a trouble zone for Bitcoin to reclaim this level, or I would say, I know it's a broad level, it's a broad range, a big range, but this is going to be a real problem area for Bitcoin. So ideally, we're gonna see some ranging in the coming few days, weeks. This could give. Wait, let me go to the better chart. This is not the chart I was looking for. Yeah, this is actually the chart I was looking for. So what I'm now seeing is actually a few things. One, strong rejection here from this weekly level. We broke this support level, this local support level, unfortunately. And honestly, there were actually two scenarios when this happened. Or this is a swing failure pattern, meaning it would tap into a big liquidity pool and then up it goes. Or this is the bearish retest. And I'm actually doubting, not sure if this is actually a swing failure pattern. Normally, from swing failure pattern, you want to see a quick reclaim. Now this is just consolidation below a resistance level. If it gets rejected here again, like a harder rejection, most likely it will take out this low and it will re-enter this November high. So this was a very obvious consolidation level. perhaps you could say, okay, this was like an ascending triangle, but still, it's ascending triangle that comes from this price action is often actually also a consolidation level. I mean, oscillates, they get reset, change of hands, and so forth and so on. Nice breakout. And for here, I would be really a little bit cautious, actually. If it closes below this gray level, most likely going to take out this and even tapping into this November high. So actually, the November high is my my first point of interest, to be honest. I want to see how Bitcoin reacts here. And this is not an immediate buy zone, but it's definitely an area where I'm going to reassess if it is worthwhile to long Bitcoin, spot long Bitcoin or not. Time will tell, but ideally you're going to see here a reclaim, and that will be really beautiful, like a reclaim of this broken support level. This is just another, how to call it, like a deviation. Honestly, I don't like a lot. There's a quite long period for a deviation, to be honest, for my taste. Yeah, listen, this is wisdom. Fail to prepare to fail. I cannot stress this enough, really. I cannot stress this enough. And sometimes it also makes me a little bit angry when I see eager people trying to enter this crypto space, or they already entered this crypto space way before me in 2015 and 16. And every year they don't have a trading plan, no principles, no rules, no nothing. If this is you, actually you have a real handicap. We're actually trading here against people with way more money, institutions, for example, or people with real experience. And I'm talking about decades, not like 3, 4, 5 years of experience. I'm talking about people or institutions with way more capital, way more resources, more computing power, more everything. And then there is you, working maybe for an employer and thinking you can outsmart all of them. No, it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. The way how it works is you need to have a plan, all of us, and we should first determine why we are trading. What's our main drive? If it's really sustainable, what you want to sacrifice for trading or investing, and you need to have a bunch of trading principles that will help you to make the most out of crypto. I honestly believe that 2024 is actually the year of the real opportunities. We had the ETFs, all of them approved, and it takes time before more and more people are going to buy these, going to buy Bitcoin, or going to buy these ETFs. It's not, up only and only up. That's a big fallacy. Where is I had here a list with all these, here, Bitcoin ETFs. Okay, it's kind of okay-ish. I think they accumulated without great skill 110,000 Bitcoins. And if you think about it, MicroStrategy, it took them years to accumulate that amount of Bitcoin. And they just did it in, a matter of a few days. By the way, there's a big announcement. Well, actually, I cannot tell too much about it, but there's something that really excites me, and I'm going to share that with you, ladies and gentlemen. It might change your life. But anyways, this is my crypto plan. And our friend Shuggy-ish said, fail to prepare to fail. Listen, I'm not telling you should have a really detailed plan, but at least have a plan, or you're going to make me angry and you're going to make yourself angry. And that's even worse, because there's nobody to blame than you alone. So first, if you're going to trade or to do crypto, I honestly believe if you limit crypto only to trading, you're going to miss out. I also believe in DeFi, taking LP tokens, farming airdrops, investing, gem hunting, and so forth and so on. Just trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the high caps, it's actually a limitation. I truly believe. So just understand what's your strength. Is it really trading, or is it more farming airdrops or finding these gems? understand what your strengths really are, and try to leverage that. But before you're going to do that, at least have a vision and a mission of yourself and the market, and why you think 2024 is a good year. Also understand why you're doing this, because trading comes with a lot of sacrifices. You're going to sacrifice money, time, energy, maybe even sleep, relationships, um, and at the end of the day, it should be worthwhile. Also understand the big macro events will happen. I'm not only talking about like the ETF, Ethereum ETF, the halving. Uh, Maybe also very important, or maybe equally important, even more important, is also the policy of Fed. Are we going to see a more dovish policy in the coming months, or a more hawkish policy, or more neutralish? What's going on? We also have the elections this year. Elections year is also really um, uh, it could also lead to a lot of volatility in the markets. There's what we call like the presidential cycle. The third and the fourth year often are quite good years, because one of the reasons is politicians actually have one goal, and that's to be elected or to be re-elected. And to be re-elected or elected, they're going to make a lot of promises. So understand the key events for 2024, and also really deep dive into your lessons learned of 2023. Gonna quickly go through them with you guys. I have a few lessons. One, I did a lot of trading in 2023, and I did not enjoy low time frame trading. In my opinion, with the capital I have and the opportunities elsewhere, I just don't believe it's worthwhile my money and my time, especially my time. I rather prefer to focus on high time frame or mid time frame trading. So um, charting on a 15-minute chart, maybe to find an entry, maybe. But for me, time trading on the 4-hour chart and above, it makes way more sense. It pretty much also aligns with my lifestyle. I have 2 kids, busy with a lot of things. Um, Trading on a 15-minute, it's just not worth my energy, my headspace, my time. In 2023, I was sitting on the sidelines for many, many times, especially when Bitcoin was in a consolidation phase. So I knew when not to trade, and this helped me a lot to save a lot of money. So again, making money is one thing. You should also save money or protect your capital by knowing when not to trade. Knowing when not to trade is even more important than knowing when to trade. Another thing that really helped me in 2023, but also the previous years, is passive income generation. This helped me because it takes away the pressure of uh, let's put it this way: being fully dependent on your trading performance puts a lot of pressure on your shoulder. Having a passive income strategy or strategies you can deploy, and there are many in crypto, will take away a lot of these pressures on your shoulder. It will take a lot of pressure from your shoulder, and this helped me to keep my sanity, to keep my focus. And sometimes when I have a negative month, or sometimes you can have like a P&L of let's say I don't know, $400-500, and then $200, and you would maybe think, oh, was this really worthwhile? All that trading, all that effort, all that time for just $200-300. But with passive income, I just don't care, and I can focus on trading without being too worried about, can I sustain myself, yes or no, if this makes sense. And I think all of us should not be fully we shouldn't fully rely on our trading outcome, because you cannot control that. It's easy as that. You cannot control your trading outcome. You can control the process, but you cannot control the outcome, the results. 100% not. Another lesson learned. One of my biggest mistakes is not being organized enough. We have a lot of time to chart a lot of coins, a lot of assets, but our capital is quite limited. one of the mistakes I've made was charting, seeing really good setups, and then telling myself in my head, okay, I'm gonna revisit this chart later, at the end of the day or tomorrow. But then I totally, you know, it I'm fully occupied with something else. I totally forget about the chart, and it basically, enters my entry, and then it goes up without me. This is quite frustrating, to be honest. And I witnessed this like multiple times, not just once, but like really like several times a month, to be honest. And I often say, how you do anything is how you do everything. This is definitely something I want to change. So I'm utilizing more, alerts, and I don't chart a lot of content. I just like have a focus list, and I focus on them and them alone. Another lesson learned, and I think this could have been a game changer if I had utilized this better, is sometimes we see a swing failure pattern, right? So, for example, we, it goes sharply down, and then it takes all of these stop losses, and then it goes up again. Often, very often, when this happened with Bitcoin, or especially also with other altcoins, I did not re-enter. I knew, okay, this, like, there's a 80% probability that this is a swing failure pattern. I should re-enter. I did not. Most of the cases, I did not. And I believe there's no shame in re-entering a trade when you got stopped out. Even if it's the same trade, the same asset, if it is Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, it doesn't matter. If you get stopped out and the thesis in general is still valid, but you got stopped out because of Bitcoin volatility, or there was big players were hunting liquidity, there's no shame in re-entering that trade. And this is one of my biggest lesson of 2023. There's really no shame in that. I should be proud of that if I would do that, because it would tell me I have confidence in my trading principles, in my trading style. Another lesson learned, 2023, is I believe that the newly launched high quality coins will most likely outperform the Dino coins like XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, probably also Link, although I think Link is pretty special. Not biased. I believe like it's worthwhile to invest in these coins from a FA perspective, unless in XLM and these kind of coins, because they already experienced multiple bull cycles, and all these newly listed coins, especially listed in 2023, they have way more potential. This was my thesis at the start of the year. I followed up my plan, and I'm glad that I have followed up my plan, because it multiplied my portfolio basically. Sometimes there were some trade setups I executed, but it took so long time for them to really develop, to mature. It's actually my lesson learned is, after a certain amount of time, if it doesn't hit TP1, I just need to close the trade for small profit or for small loss, because by doing so, I have limited capital for other trade setups, if this makes sense. And this is also a lesson learned. Of course, I had some other strategies to make money, and I'm not only dependent on trading for my to sustain myself from a financial perspective. So this could trigger that thought process of, oh, just let it run, Let's set and forget. I don't believe like set and forget is really the strategy, because if you just set and forget and nothing happens, and it's really in a long consolidation phase, for example, and it doesn't hit your TP for, let's say, 2 months or 6 to 8 weeks, then there's actually something wrong with your trade setup. And I actually ignored that a few times. And this is one of my lessons learned. Again, ladies and gentlemen, have your crypto plan. I can share the outline on Discord, and you can copy this and make your own thing. Again, your crypto plan is really personal. You cannot copy mine, because my lessons learned are not your lessons learned. My mission and vision is not your mission and vision. But you should have at least this outline, and maybe it's not necessary to write like a real lengthy crypto plan, just like bullet points, then at least you have something. I genuinely believe someone who has a proven trading system and a plan will most likely outperform 80% of crypto Twitter, period, if not more. Why? Most people, they just don't have a plan. Most people, they don't have a plan. They just follow randomness and their intuition. I am myself, I'm a discretionary trader. I'm not a mechanical trader. Of course, sometimes I also use intuition and instinct, that kind of stuff. Perhaps this is also a really interesting topic for the next time. But you cannot only rely on that. You need to have a plan, like a framework where you can operate within. You don't need to be always really rigid with your trading plan, but at least you have something to rely on, and just relying on instinct or randomness, not going to help you, really. It's not going to help you. I'm getting here a question from Victoria. Can you please clarify what do you mean by passive income from crypto? Thanks. For example, staking LP tokens. Imagine you are bullish on, for example, Bitcoin, and you're bullish on Ethereum, on some protocols. You can add them into a pool, and because you're adding them to a pool, you're providing liquidity. In return, you can get a nice APY. For example, I'm doing this on SmartX. I'm also really transparent with that on Discord with screenshots and everything. I'm getting now a APY of 70% something because I added Ethereum and SDEX tokens into a pool, and for this I'm getting a reward, and I get reward for each block, which is I don't know, 10 seconds. For every 10 seconds I get a little reward, and I can pull out the money whenever I want. I can add more money when I want. I can harvest the yield. It's very comfortable. But again, I admit, for passive income, to truly make a little bit of passive income, or enough passive income to get rid of trading pressure, you do need some serious capital. I think at least 10K or 20K, even like 5K can help. Everything can, all the little things, they will add up eventually. Is the document available? Yeah, basically it's available on my computer. I have not shared this, but I'm happy to. Listen, what you could do is copy the outline. Copy the outline here. You can screenshot this, copy the outline, and use this. There are some other like personal things, like my mission and vision. It's based actually on my core values. That's not really something I can share here, but there are a lot of things some of them are really fine-tuned, tailored to my own personality and the way how I live. But at least have this is probably I can share with you. Understand at least like the market event, have everything structured for yourself. It really helps to have at least some kind of structure in your head, because if you have the structure in your head, it will help you to lower the volume of impulsive thinking, if it makes sense. So this is actually, in short, my quick thesis on the Bitcoin halving, on the interest rate policy, on the inverted yield curve, like my own concerns, the transitioning to dovish policy, my real why. I think I'm not an FA guy, not at all, but I think it's okay. It's good to have at least some understanding of it, so it can help you in processing other information. Hope it answered your question. Let me think. I think we covered a lot, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have any questions, just let me know later on Discord. Or if you're not on Discord, you're really missing out. We have some public channels And we have VIP channels. I mean, the public channels are accessible for everyone. So I would say give it a look. By the way, soon there's a big announcement coming from Adrian, from Crypto Burp, and from the Burp Nest. I cannot really disclose what it actually is, but I'm gonna read it. In 4 days, our biggest trading project will go live. You will become a profitable full-time trader in 90 days with no costs and get paid on top of profits if you commit. Monthly statements, zero risk. So meaning like you don't lose anything. There's a limitation, 10 seats. Discord members, they get early access on Sunday. I think 28 is Sunday. So definitely check out the Discord. There's a lot of alpha there. I share a lot of stuff from a trading psychology perspective, trade setups, passive income strategies, and so forth and so on. Here, this is a good question. What is your take in investing in crypto IDO, like pre-sale? Yeah, that's actually a good question. I had a talk with someone about this topic. The real asymmetrical bets I did in the last few years was actually through pre-sales, to be honest. Especially if the tokenomics are good, the quality is okay-ish, there's some use case and there's a community behind it. I believe that pre-sales, if you can get into pre-sales, it could give you really a good asymmetrical bet. They most of the time that I entered a pre-sale, it did quite well. So I'm still bullish on that. In fact, I believe that a lot of people, or a lot of projects, they reframe to do an IDO or to launch in 2023 because of bad market conditions, or they perceived it as bad market conditions. So what they did was they paused their IDO and their launch and postponed it to 2024. So I believe 2024 is actually the year of pre-sales. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on pre-sales. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I covered most of the questions. If you have any questions later, tag me on Twitter or join us even better on Discord. And don't make sure you follow the announcement here. Every day there's a new announcement. I really cannot wait to share it. This is really pretty unique. This is unique. I mean, this is 100% unique. Okay, guys, if you like this video, like, please, you support me, like. If you did not like this video, we can still stay friends, but let me know why. Okay, guys, until the next time, see you around. Braveheart is a smart guy. He is on our Discord. Thanks, mate, for your support. Follow his example and his lead and join our Discord. Okay, guys, see you next time.